Your thoughts on this evening? Where do you start?
Yeah, incredible performance. Started like a train. Morgan hat-trick in 12 minutes, was it? Something like that. Absolutely brilliant. And then I did think we dropped off a little bit, to be fair, but it's kind of understandable that we dropped off a little bit for a period because I think we got up so quickly and so easily almost. And then obviously to come in at 5 at half time was really pleasing, and then we made changes second half, and the tempo didn't really drop, did it? No. Fair play to them, they kept working and kept giving it everything they got. Difficult when you've got a new manager, isn't it? I mean, hasn't had long to work with the players, stuff like that, but to come away to Market Drayton, who were obviously up there in the playoffs, is a fantastic result for us. And I said to the boys, as one of our targets for this season is, last year we didn't win many games against the top 5. I think we only won 2 or 3. We've already bettered that to this point so far this year, and I think what's going to set us aside from what we did last year in terms of getting in the playoffs is if we can keep winning games against the top teams. Obviously, it puts more of a distance between you and that team, doesn't it? So we need to keep picking up results against those people who are contenders in and around us, as well as winning the games against everybody in the league. And that sounds silly because I'm just basically saying we need to win every game in the league. But if you do that, you won't be far away with it. So. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and we were talking about this in the stand. I mean, that's 8 league games away from home, won 7, drawn 1.
Right.
That's a hell of a record, Al.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It doesn't really faze us whether we're at home or whether we're not. And I think last year there was times where I was having to get the players up for games. I still do the exact same thing that I do at the start. I do a bit to try and get them up for it, set the tone, etc., etc. But I always say to them, if we're on it, then there's not many teams that are going to be able to stop us, and I truly believe that. So we've just got to make sure that we're relentless with our standards and keeping them as high as possible, and just keep that squad together and make sure that we're staying together, staying with each other, and backing one another up, and keep getting results for the club.
And how much of the difference from last year is the fact that we've now got such competition for places, and you can see when the lads are coming off the bench, everyone's champing at the bit because they know. This is my chance to get a place again.
Yeah, massively. You look at tonight, and Lucas was unavailable, and Christian dropped to the bench tonight, and Evo was unavailable. So Charlie Marshall came in at left back, and he was brilliant. You think Bez and Evo have been in at left back all season, and Charlie's been in there tonight, and he was fantastic. Exact same with Charlie King coming in midfield again. He was really good as well. And even when we win 4-0 on Saturday, we're still making some changes, and we're still keeping the squad different and strong. And there's the players coming on aren't weakening the side, and I've said that quite a few times this year. And it's really good to have those fresh legs. And you think people who are out and not available tonight, you've got Henry, you've got Deck, you've got Evo, Bears, loads of players that come back in and keep making us stronger and stronger. So we're in a good place, and we've just got to keep this momentum and keep this rhythm going at the moment.
Well, 10 points clear, but we may as well forget that. We've got a tough game again on Saturday.
Yeah.
All sides you pushed us quite a bit at their place.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And you expect a tough afternoon.
Yeah, 10 points clear. 10 points clear at the top of the league means absolutely nothing. The only time it means anything about being top of the league is after the last game, doesn't it? So it doesn't mean anything to me. All that matters to me is that we keep winning matches, and we're not looking ahead. And I haven't mentioned the table to them at any point in there when we talk to them. Neither Steve, neither Jake. So we don't look at that. We just keep trying to win the fixture in front of us. All Sage were really tough when we played against them away. Conditions were horrible with that heat, weren't they? Very different to Stud here and our coach tonight, I guess. So we know they'll be tough. We know they'll be a tough test. We're playing them twice in a couple of weeks now, aren't we, with the Macklin Cup draw? So tough test. Back down at Silkmoor. Look forward to the game as we do. And it's quite nice to have some league games, isn't it? Because league games are the staple ones we want. 2 cup games last week. As enjoyable as that win was in the Vars and against Stockport last Tuesday, the league's really the one we want to keep working at and keep going after.
Yeah, and then what a way to come back, an 8-0 win away from home, one of the top sides.
I know, incredible. Last thing to mention is fantastic to see Ryan Douglas back tonight for us. Got injured the season before last, did his ACL, been out of Foley on loan. Phenomenal to see him back. Love Ralph's pieces, he's such a fantastic lad. He's been brilliant for the club. Whilst he's been doing his under-18s assistant manager stuff with his brother, so to see him back on there tonight is a pleasure to see, and I'm so glad to have him around.
Brilliant.
Right,
cheers
guys, thank you.
Thanks, mate.